Welcome, everybody. We are here today to talk about readable website content. And we've been going through a series on website accessibility. And the last session that we just did was on your role specifically as a library website manager and what your responsibilities are within our Lean Wisconsin website management system. So we at Lean Wisconsin take care of a lot of the back end structural, website hosting, domain name, domain management, paying for those costs, making sure your website has SSL certificates. And then also doing a lot of with the design and some of the now accessibility functions that are coming out. What we also talked about was your responsibility as a website manager in maintaining the website content and information about your library that's specific to you, when your story times are, when your book clubs meet, new events that are going on, things about summer reading. Things that because there's 140 some of you, we don't know everything that's happening at every single library. So we rely on you to maintain a lot of that content. There is an accessibility aspect to that content. And today we are going to talk about a website accessibility training specific to how you present content on your website. Some of this, we're going to cover the things that are mandated for website compliance, which is actually a fairly short checklist. But then the things that we can do to improve our accessibility as a whole and what you can control on your end, what you can ask for assistance with as we go through that. So I'm going to run through a PowerPoint presentation and I'm going to show you some resources and some examples. And then as we go today, I also have some information on where where you can get tools to better learn just website and other content in general. So, readability. Readability is kind of an awkward word, but it is part of the actual website content compliance standards. And what readability is and why it matters. Readability is just how people can read or listen to or obtain information that you are putting on your website and be able to understand it. So readability and understandability go hand in hand. They're slightly different. Understandability is a part of readability. Readability matters probably the most of all of the website accessibility rules because it has the broadest reach. The whole point of readability is that somebody, no matter how they're accessing your website, can understand and gather information from the content that you're putting out there. So every single visitor to your website benefits when your website is readable. If they can understand the words on the page and they can get the messages you're trying to transmit, one of the advantages is library staff wind up fielding fewer phone calls and emails from people asking for clarification about things. What time was this happening? Where is this? Is this at the library? Is this at a different location? All of that, just being able to make sure that that information is there, it is up there, is clear, and it is coming across to a variety of different people with different backgrounds and different learning abilities. If they can get that, then your life and your coworkers' lives are just a lot easier in the end. And then, of course, some of this is part of our website accessibility requirements. So let's talk right away about our WCAG standards. There are three levels of the website content accessibility guidelines. We are under the 2.1 standard, and there are three levels. There is level A, there's level double A, and there's level triple A. Level A is the lowest bar, and basically everybody needs to meet the level A standard. For website compliance, we are required as libraries starting and after our compliance date to meet the double A standard. So those two pieces are going to be the requirement for us. And really, it's very simple. The page and a section of any page The language must be identifiable and apparent. That's all that's required. Level A requires that we notify a screen reader or a visual user that they are reading a website printed in the English language. Some of you may have a website that you have included some additional content in other languages, and the next section, or the next section, the requirement, the double A requirement. So level A is you have to identify what language your website is in. The level double A requirement is that if there's a different section of a web page or a web page that's part of your website but in a different language, that must be identified as and made clear as to what language that is. Level triple A are things that are not that we are not required to meet as standards, but they are really good things for us to be thinking about. Maybe someday this will be a required standard and maybe you want to work towards. And these basically come down to limiting the jargon you use on the website, defining abbreviations that are used, and writing at a middle school, eighth grade, seventh, eighth grade reading level. In order to achieve this, and in general for readability, there are some general best practices as well. And a lot of this comes down to clear writing, which is short, scannable, well-organized content. So it's really putting thought into what you're putting out there and keeping it at a easy to scan, because most people are not going to sit and take the time to just read your web page. You want to be able to scan it to find that information very quickly and keep sentences and ideas and paragraphs short, use bulleted lists, and organize your content in a way that you can quickly find what you're looking for. Visual formatting is also a piece of this. It may come down to font choices, font sizing, spacing, and making sure your color contrast is there. So these are the two major pieces of readable content, the standard and best practices. So looking again at the level A and level double A, language of a page. The good news is you should not have to deal with this on your websites. As of right now, all of our library websites are currently written in the English language. I suppose there could be an example in the future if we had a tribal community that wanted to publish their website primarily in a native language. That would be amazing. And then that would probably be our one exception to having an entire website published in a non-English language. There is a way in coding on the back end that specifically tells a screen reader that the language is English, and we set that up for you. Where you may, in some cases, have some situations on your website. The next standard that we are beholden to is the language of parts, they call it. So if, again, if a section of your website is written in a different language, I can think of Spanish as being one where you may have Spanish translation chunks on your websites. There may be a library that has Hmong. Possibly, I know there's becoming more even Vietnamese and some other languages that are prevalent out there. Maybe you are starting to put sections of your website in another language. That language must also be clear and identifiable as to which it is. A couple thoughts on this, and we'll come back a little more to in practice, but these are things that you may need to ask for assistance for us in order to put it into the code the way that we code your website as being in English. That's actually a setting in your WordPress settings. There is another piece that you can do. So actually getting into how this is done in practice, we set English as the main language in your WordPress settings. So it's a very easy thing for us to do. If you have a module, a section, or a web page that is in another language, we really need to mark that with an HTML or Divi module attribute. And if you need help with that, if this is something that either you're only going to do for a very small section, or if you need to learn how to do it because you're going to be doing it regularly, do contact us, because we can show you how to set that language attribute for pages or sections of pages. The other things that you could do is just use very some clear headings and labels so people know what that new language is just from context, or even just saying Spanish and then having Espanol following. One thing that I do not know, and I actually think I want to show an example of, if I can switch over to, let me make sure that you're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, MCPL, and some of you have translation, Google Translation items on your website. MCPL, and I was playing with this earlier, it's stuck. MCPL has a option to change their entire website into another language, just with a click of a button. I honestly do not know how well this plays with screen readers and with it. I know that they've gone through the accessibility check and they are actually the ones that need to comply soonest. Um, but I haven't played with this personally. I actually lived in Madagascar for 4 years, so I'm sorry to say that my Malagasy language skills have slipped quite a bit. But it is kind of fun to see an entire web page published in a language that I should be able to some degree speak. But I do know that this word means questions. And look at that. There's a translation that pops up for me right there. So that might be a neat option. I just don't know how well that plays with screen readers and everything. But again, when we're talking about offering things in another language, it just needs to be clear what those languages are. So a fun thing to contemplate and think about. And also something about the future of the internet when maybe with AI, we all experience the internet in our own way because we all experience it in our own language and we don't have to think about standards anymore. Okay, so these are the two requirements as far as hard set readability requirements that we need to comply with. The next level of compliance within the website content standards are the AAA standards, and these would be good practices for all of us as website managers to take into consideration. The first one is jargon, also known as unusual words. And it's funny if you stop and you back up and you think just how much jargon we actually might have in our world and be putting on our websites. Um, if you use jargon, it needs to be made clear what those mean. And we'll talk about that a little bit in the next slide, or think about some of those examples in the next slide. Abbreviations are another one that they need to be spelled out the first time, and then and or made in a way that somebody could click on it and understand what the entire content of an abbreviation is. And then the third one is reading level. We want to aim for an eighth grade reading level or offer a simplified summary of content that might be at above that. It's again not a requirement, but thinking about being able to have people engage with the language we're using and understand across a wide spectrum of abilities, ages, and backgrounds and contexts. So I think one of the fun things is think about our library jargon. Patron of the arts. Patron implies somebody who pays money and donates and gives things, and yet we offer all of our services to free for patrons. We use patron in a different way than other standard English uses. To place a hold on an item, a hold. I hold something, that's a verb, but to place a hold. Circulation, circulation desk, circ desk. Take this to the circ desk. Come to the circ desk to pick up a registration form. That's an unusual word. A loan period. I'm not taking a loan from a bank. What does a loan period mean? Online catalog or worse, an abbreviation, an OPAC. I know I came into my first experience with libraries having no idea what an OPAC was, and yet that was being thrown around right, left, and center. Another fun experience when I came into libraries was seeing the big sign above a set of DVDs that said adult movies. And I'm like, I didn't realize that we had that kind of material in our broadly advertised in our collection. We use the term adult films in a very different way than the general public may think of it. Interlibrary loan, or ILL, self-directed activity, or worse yet, ILS. These are all, and I'm sure if you stop and think, you can probably think of a few more terms that if you were not from a library background, would probably sound a little strange. And as you're creating your website content, bear in mind that people may be coming and have a completely different concept of what an adult film might be than what you really want them to be thinking about. The next one is making your website content scannable. Most of us, and if you think about how you go to read a web page, are not coming to read a long form article in depth. And we can have discussions about the good, bad, the ugly of the reading abilities or the reading patience that we have. But most times when we're on the internet, we're looking for information and we're looking to gather it quickly. So what we want is a layout on a web page that can be easily seen or easily scanned with the eye to find the information that we're looking for. So tips for this are keeping sentences and paragraphs short, keeping important information at the top of a paragraph. Remember the main idea sentence that you were taught in third grade, and then the other supporting sentences beneath it. But instead of 4 to 5 sentences, maybe we actually cut our paragraphs down to 1 or 2 sentences. We we keep headings and paragraph breaks, and then there's the inverted pyramid structure where we again have our key point at the very top, and using jump links in order to help people navigate a web page. Just like this slide is demonstrating, use bulleted or numbered lists instead of dense paragraphs of text. Keeping all of our text left aligned and not centered or justified as, again, a way of scanning information. And then when we write a link, write out a descriptive link, not the actual, not click here and not HTTPS, www, da 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 da, but we actually have the link embedded in meaningful text. And the little image there on the right is just kind of it gives you an idea right there of what a scannable layout might look like. You have your larger header block, you have a short paragraph, and then you have some bullets. And that can be very quickly, very easily reviewed for content. Some text formatting rules and or guidelines. Body text of 14 points, headings starting at 30 points or smaller, using simple web-safe fonts that will look the same no matter what device a person is coming to your website from, and using some spacing between paragraphs, but avoiding extra carriage returns, enter keys, returns, paragraph breaks. Don't hit enter, enter, enter to create a space between paragraphs. We'll go into why that matters in some other conversations, but that is a rule to follow. Most of these should be set by default on your website. This mostly comes into effect if you are going to try to change your font style for a particular module. Again, trying to stay with the default fonts. If you want to change the font for your entire website, have a conversation with us. We can play with that kind of thing and look at some different font combinations. But again, we're going to be looking at clear fonts. We're going to be looking at web-safe fonts that that all devices can read. And we'll be looking at a nice combination between serif and sans serif for headings and for text blocks. But again, we are trying to limit it to maybe 2, at most 3 different kinds of fonts on your website. Never underline text. This indicates to a visual user that it should be a hyperlink, so they might think that they should be clicking there and it doesn't go anywhere. So we don't use underline for emphasis anymore. We use that to indicate a link. And that should automatically happen in your website if a link is applied. It should turn blue and get an underline. Avoid typing in all capital letters. Believe it or not, capital letters are harder to read. So we actually don't even want to use like the large cap, small cap case. We actually want to keep it to the standard capitalization of the first letter of a sentence and proper nouns, otherwise lowercase for the rest of the words. Use bold and italics sparingly. Use real HTML headings. Don't just make a bold set of words in order to indicate a new section. We actually want to use proper HTML heading structure, and we have training on that if you need to understand what that means. And never apply blinking, scrolling, moving text. It can be distracting. Right now, as this is being recorded, the FIFA World Cup is going on, and I'm actually going to flip my screen over and go to Google. I love these Google animations. This is not text. This is not an example of text, but this is animation on a website. These are beautiful, but I tell you, every time I come to Google now, I start staring at this and I cannot remember what I came here to do. So moving text, moving animations, moving images, when they repeat and they don't stop, can be very distracting to users. And at worst case, they can actually cause seizures if they are timed just right. So we do not use anything that is animated for an extended period of time. It should last no longer than, I believe, 6 to 10 seconds. And then it should stop. Or it should be user controlled that they can press play and watch an animation happen. Contrasting color. This is a part of its readability in the sense of can a vision user of your website see and read the text that is on your screen? Contrast refers to the brightness, the difference in brightness between the text on a screen and the background it is on. And there, if you haven't done this yet, I will show you a really nice contrast checker where you can put in the hex code for two different colors and see how well they can be read on top of each other. And they need to pass a certain contrast level test. So black text on white background is going to be your highest level of contrast. And so now if you're working with a blue, it needs to be a dark enough blue on a white background or a color on a gray, etc. The higher the contrast, the easier it makes it to read, especially, and font size does affect it. So the smaller the font, the higher the contrast needs to be. Fonts and colors should have some site-wide defaults. We have a place within Divi to set up your color palette, and we should test that color palette to make sure that it is contrast ready, so that every time you are combining two different colors, you pretty much already know that's going to pass a contrast test. That said, there are some WordPress widgets that have some Divi modules that have some not great default settings to them that use a very light gray text on an almost gray background. I find them almost impossible to read, and yet they're the default settings within the system itself. So if you run into barriers like that where you're using WordPress, you're using Divi, and you don't know how to change those colors, again, send a request to us to help. We figured out how to change a lot of those defaults. And never rely on color alone to carry meaning. About going on 10% of the population, and most of them are men, are colorblind, are unable to distinguish red and green. That's the most common color blindness. There's a few other ones. So making sure that you're combining words and or a symbol that goes along with that red and green to say available, not available. If you are, and this goes for posters, this goes for tickets, this goes for, or things that you might be handing out, making sure that you have words and or symbols that go along with that red-green color so that people know what that is indicating if they can't read it. So now we'll get into some tools that we have available for checking this. The first main one is our accessibility checker plugin. And we did an associated training back in April, I believe, to talk about how this is going to be rolling out to your websites. So as your website, which is going to be coming, I don't have a timeline yet to tell you exactly when, but If your website has not had the accessibility pieces put or fixes done to it yet, coming in the next year, you will be getting an accessibility checker plugin added to your site and then some standard fixes done. As you run the checker is going to show up on every single web page. So if I flip back over here, it's going to look like this. If I am logged into my website, see how the black bar is up at the top and I have my options for editing. I'm not currently editing this page, but down in the bottom corner, I have a yellow computer screen with a mark in it. When I click on that, the accessibility checker will run and it will look for problems on my site. And one of the things it's looking for are these aspects of readability that we're talking about. So this will be a tool that you will be able to run and look for errors that go beyond just the readability, but other aspects, that are included in there. So if there's a poor contrast item, I don't know if this one is, let's see, this one's addressing. No, these are links. And again, these are things. This is a website that has not been remediated, so there's a lot of like core problems to it. But if there was a contrast issue or something that we've been talking about today, the other thing that it also does, if I go into the back end of my page, is it does reading level. Sorry, I have to wait for this to load. There. So see that we have the accessibility checker loaded here, and it gives me a readability analysis. And this is telling me that my post that I have written here is above a ninth grade level, and it really wants to have a summary made that is ninth grade or below. In my case, I am writing to you guys. I've tried to use simple, clear language, but I am writing basically a technical journal. So I understand that this is not going to meet a eighth grade reading level summary. But this can help you. And again, this is not a standard that you are being held to, but as you are creating web content, you can review within the accessibility checker plugin itself to see what your reading level is. Further, Microsoft Word itself also has a grade level checker in it. There's some instructions for how you need to go into options and enable it. It's not just going to be there in your default settings, but if you are doing a lot of writing in Microsoft Word, you can be checking your reading level as you go by enabling that. And that resource is going to be available to you on this after this presentation. Oops. Sorry. Readabilityscore.com is another online tool where you can paste in text and it'll give you a grade level score. And then there's a WebFX readability test, which is another tool for checking your readability. If you those will check your readability, but they won't necessarily give you guidelines on how to fix it. The Hemingway app is really kind of a cool interactive tool. You can insert your own text into the app here. It can run on desktop. It can run on as an app on your phone, and it will highlight content that needs that needs fixing. And there is, of course, an AI tool to help you fix it. But you can rewrite and get some suggestions for rewriting there. I guess another tool that you can use is if you do have a subscription or you have access to any of the other AI models, Gemini comes within Google Docs, Copilot for Office documents. You can also ask them to test and suggest different grade levels. So that's another tool you have available to you. The inverted pyramid guide, I referenced this prior, but it's basically writing for comprehension. Some of you may know this as the newspaper writing style, where you want to get the main ideas at the top and then work your way down to the details. So this is a nice guide for helping you understand how to write in the pyramid style. And the digital.gov plain language series. This is put together by the federal government because it actually comes out of the Plain Writing Act of 2010 that mandates that content written for the public is readable by the public. And so there's some really nice modules here for understanding principles of plain language writing. So if you want to practice, and this again is not website limited. This goes to writing press releases, writing for newsletters, writing for newspapers, any kind of communication that you need to do to your user audience. This could be a very good tool for both learning how to write and test what you're writing to see if it is understandable. For visual checking, I referenced this a little bit ago. This is the Web Aim Contrast Checker. Again, you put in a hex code for a color, and I happen to really like using the eyedropper extension in Chrome. And the eyedropper extension allows me to pick a color by clicking on it, and it will tell me what the hex code is. And then I can paste that hex code into this box on top. So this is blue on top of a white background, and it will tell you what the contrast ratio is, and it will tell you whether it passes or fails. Again, we are being held to the WCAG AA standard and at a normal text size or a larger text size. So if you needed to design something and put a background on it and you wanted to make sure that the text was readable, this is going to be a great test for that. Colorblindly is a Chrome extension. I have demonstrated it in a different training, but what it does is it turns a web page experience into what a person with different kinds of color blindness would see. So you could test your web pages in theory with the colorblindly extension to see what your web pages look like. WebAIM Fonts Guide talks a lot about fonts and readability. Again, we usually set our site defaults, but then the safe fonts list just gives you a list of website fonts to choose from that will display across different devices. There are some fancier fonts that it is possible a device does not have the capability, even if it's on a web page, the device itself can't interpret that font, and it might just default to a generic Arial or Verdana or something, but it may also render as gobbledygook. So we want to stick to web safe fonts when doing things. Again, a lot of these resources are maybe not so much for your website, but maybe it's for a Canva poster that you're publishing electronically. We've done some work on how to make Canva posters screen reader friendly, and some other things. So these are resources that they may affect a part of your website, but they may affect other things that you're doing electronically and just general communication. Content organization. Again, once you've got your content written and you have it in a font and a typeface that you like, now you have to organize it on your web page. So we have done several trainings and I listed some of them here. The website heading structure on how to organize content using heading structure. The most important idea being the name of your page, heading 2 being first section, heading 2 again for the next section. And then if there's ideas beneath those, heading 3 and subheading 4 beneath that. Anchor links for navigation. So if you have a long web page, if you click on a link, it takes you down and jumps down to content further down on page or to content on another page within your same website. We did cover some design and writing tools that generally can be used for, again, library communication and websites. And then we did, within the summer reading and your library website, we kind of pulled everything together where we talked about you have your entire program, you have all of your publicity pieces that you're doing for your summer reading. Now, how do you take all of that information, tie it together and put it onto your website step by step? And so that really goes into the practical aspects of readability. Finally, just some general best practices. Again, that inverted pyramid for writing for comprehension. I really liked this North Carolina State resource that talks about web content organization. It's both a visual thing that they've practiced what they preach here. You can visually skim this page very easily. It has jump links incorporated into it, so you can jump down the content. And then like some before and after examples. I have a bunch of these links linked on the original page, and that's going to be right here under readability tools on our training website. So there's a bunch from University of Maryland, Baltimore, Yale. Actually, the American Libraries Association also put out some content. Um, and then there's reading level content right here, visual readability. Again, this is getting back just a demonstration here of the headings that this is a heading 3. This is a heading 4 as a subheading underneath the heading 3. And I have jump links on this page so you can go from readability and practice. It will take you down to that section. So not only is this a training overview, but it's also a demonstration of how you can implement some of that content organization and looking at the readability of a page in chunking the content into smaller chunks, in organizing it into under headings, and in this case, I'm using accordion boxes to break up the content, using good contrast. Here's an example, right, actually right here of a WordPress default that is a nice little box that really calls out content, but the font size and the font color as a default are actually not amazing. I'm leaving it here intentionally. I'm not fixing this. But yeah, it's almost as an example of where WordPress needs to improve itself for full accessibility, but things that you should be warned to watch for and ask for help if you encounter. So here, I'm going to put this in a chat. This is our website training module for today. I will be adding this video to the bottom of this content and sending this out to our email list. But please let me know if you have any questions on this. All of the tools that we talked about today are incorporated in here. If you find a tool that you like, please share it. Um, you don't have to use all of them by any means, but sometimes certain tools work better for other people. And with that, that is website readability. Any questions from anybody today? Okay. My darn chat. Okay. I will stop the recording right here. And again, I'll open it up to any questions. Otherwise, again, this will be posted for everybody. And I appreciate your time and attention today.